key we have to make the plan. And the very first key to success is to make a plan. Planning well starts with the figuring out what you want and writing it down in detail. And it is important to have clarity on your definition of success. This is the foundation of your plan.
Anand just cleared PMP like 10 minutes ago. Ali have cleared PMP with above target. Congratulations, Raheel, on clearing your PMP in first attempt. You cleared PMP exam with 5 above target. The best thing that anyone can do. 5 above target. Ladies and gentlemen, second student in 3 days, 5 above target.
I didn't expect it that I will get this result. I thought that I will be like target or like above target.
Thanks to you. Without your dedication and guidance, it was impossible for me.
You can see yeah, it is clear to you. Above target, above target, above target, above target. Do I have to read film book? Do I have said no? Like whenever he heard like this guy have read 5 times film book so many times, you always get confused and come back to me. I kept on saying him, you are going to clear, just read 1 time. And that's what he did.
So here our magician. I would say the way he did it is just awesome. Ilyas cleared PMP exam in the first attempt. And what a journey we had. So, first of all, Ilyas, you joined us in fourth batch, right?
The fifth batch
Fifth batch.
in March.
Fifth batch in March.
My journey span was just 2 months almost.
In 2 months. And Ilyas,
Okay.
you haven't studied the entire 2 month. To be on true side, you haven't studied the entire 2 month.
Yeah.
We have been going up and down. So first of all, congratulations from the entire PMP community. Now I would like you to share your journey in your wording, then we can add on it.
Yes. Yes, sir. First of all, thank you so much for taking me over here and giving me the opportunity to share my journey of PMP with the PMP aspirant. And first of all, I would like to say thank you to Allah. Blessed me with the countless favors and bounties, and He has added me another achievement and given me another opportunity. And secondly, I would definitely would say thank you from my heart, deep heart, to you. You made my this journey entertaining, simple, and easy and short as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I would say, and definitely I would say thank you to my family who has supported me during the entire project life cycle, a PMP project life cycle. They have sacrificed the time, and they have sacrificed the time of entertaining and all those things. And the sacrifice is always pays hard off. So my name is Muhammad Ilyas, as you know, and I am a project manager in construction company, well-known construction company in Pakistan. Right now, I'm holding a position in that company as a project manager, and as you know, I have been doing the job since 2004, and first time I gave an opportunity as a project manager in 2008. So, Alhamdulillah, I have been delivering the well on time projects and all those things. So, let's talk about, I think, PMP journey. The PMP journey, I had the plan, very long time plan, and I had the long dream pending, which come true just last Friday. And I'm really thankful to all of those who helped me to get this journey and to complete this certification. So one of my colleague, one of my uh, told me he has, and how I have joined to your batch. This is, I think, I would like to share. One of my colleagues shared that he has get the classes
I think your colleague was Arsalan. If I remembered correctly, Arsalan basically joined us in 2020 and he cleared PMP exam. So he basically also called me that Ilyasa wants to join your training program.
in a in a I took so I started conversation rather than to one-on-one class. Yeah. When I started the batch number 5 in the March, I took the classes, I think 3 or 4 or 5 days classes. To be very honest, when I took the classes and all those, whatever you have told me, whatever you taught me, it's gone over my head, all those things. Then I realized, no, Ilyas, you can do it. You have made a very successful project in your life. You can do it. It is easy for you. Then I realized myself, and I started the study again myself, and taking the coaching calls, whatever you was doing the classes and coaching calls. And then I realized I can do it. Actually, the time which I utilize, uh, luckily I have the Ramzan Mubarak. The month of Ramzan came after the March, and I had the opportunity to utilize those time in the, and after that Ramzan, actually I started studying in Ramzan after the Isha prayer till the Fajr prayer.
Good. Okay. So that's a long time.
Yeah, that was, I think I utilized, yeah, I utilized that time. Then I understand, no, it is the journey which I can do that, which is the thing that I can do. Luckily, in the Pakistan this time, the Eid holidays, we had the longer Eid holidays, which I utilized best. I think during the study in the long holidays of Eid, I realized I will attempt after the uh, Eid over, and I will do the attempt in the first week of my working days. So I decided, and Alhamdulillah, I utilized that days successfully. After the Eid holidays, I joined my office, site office in Lahore on Monday. I studied Monday night, I studied Tuesday night, then I book a center-based exam on Wednesday
So
with
now
the
the,
1 day gap.
so now the
Yeah,
interesting thing was I was not informed. Like, and
yeah, that was the reason. There was the reason behind that you was not informed, because there was two reasons. One of the reason was that when I realized myself, I can, uh, I am able to do the exam, I can achieve that targets which I have dreamed, then I have booked the exam. The reason which was not telling to you, if I ask you, sir, can I book the exam? I was expecting the response from you, no, you have not currently able to give the exam. If you say the no, then there was a no choice, I can book the exam. And 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 another thing is that
I really
I
like
would
the way
take the whole
how you
responsibility of
eliminate.
the,
Ilyas sahab, I really like the way how you avoided the risk of not booking the exam. That was good one.
Second thing was that if you allow me to book the exam and the result the result would be the opposite of the success, the result would be the failure, then I would blame you, sir. You have asked me to book the exam, I am failed. So I would take the whole responsibility of failure to my own. So that was the reason I have not told you,
Okay,
to be very frank.
okay, yes.
Yeah.
Then, okay, before
So
going to the exam, I want this for everyone to understand how many mocks you did. Just let them know.
I have uh, almost I have attempted 1600 questions,
Okay,
and the
1600,
first
1600.
questions from different mocks. Yeah,
I think
the
you did.
mocks
How
you
many
gave
mocks?
me.
How many mocks of mine you did? Four mocks?
Yeah, the six mocks you gave me earlier. Then I asked you to give me some more mocks. You gave me three more mocks. So I have done almost 1600 questions.
Questions. Okay.
The first mock result was 44%, if
Now
you remember.
that's a very interesting point for everyone. First
Yeah,
mock was 44%. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Then the second mock was the 52%, then 54%, then 60%, so somewhere 68%, 72%, 73%. So my the last three mocks, the results was 73, 74, 73, 74. Then I realized I should attempt for the exam. Another thing, why I decided to appear in the exam, I do actually I do the risk analysis. What I have learned in the project management in the PMI book, I do the risk analysis. And after doing the risk analysis, I do the risk impact. What was the risk? Risk was definitely, as you know, the failure. And what was the impact? The impact definitely was the loss of money. So I decided to go. And similarly, in the same while, when I realized the impact of a risk analysis, there was I observed that there is a little threats, and here is a big opportunity.
Okay.
If you fail, you will lose some money.
Okay.
If
So,
you pass, you have a big opportunity.
okay.
So, Alhamdulillah, I took that smart risk and converted that risk into the opportunity.
Okay. I really
So,
like
this
that.
is
I really like the way you explained how you got all those things, and that's really, really very good thing. I would say the way you put it in this way. Okay, now let's talk about exam. I'm really interested about exam. So you did my six mocks, then you did three more mocks. So the exam was near to which thing?
actually exam was totally different
Okay,
from the mocks.
okay,
Yeah, although it was all the scenario based exam, but all the exam was the different from the mocks. And as every achiever, as every PMP aspirant who has get the certification and told as a lesson learned, there was no single matching question in the real exam.
okay,
So when I saw the questions, I started to spend and give the uh, answer to those questions. And all the questions are scenario based. All only the few questions of drag and drop. And I think the 4 and 5 match there was the drag and drop match questions. And that drag and drop comes from the, I think, one of them from the CPI and SPI, and the other one from the risk analysis,
Mhm.
risk management part, and the third one, I think, the leadership from the farming, storming, and all those things, team formations,
Okay.
and all the others, all other are the questions. And I think the sum of question, the 50% question from the agile and the 50% from the predictive, and I think the more and the agile and hybrid are more than 50%.
Okay. Okay.
Agile and hybrid.
Okay. Hybrid and agile question. So this is an important thing to understand, and it is almost the same thing. Ilyas, if we say that questions were majorly from stakeholder communication, resource, risk, and agile, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No mathematical questions, no critical path question.
So no mathematical questions. Alhamdulillah, there was no need to use the calculator and all those things.
You remember in your batch, I didn't teach critical path, and you guys were saying, sir, why we are not doing? I said, you want to see, we can talk about it in this video later on, but you are not going to see the questions. So my confidence was right.
Yeah, 100% right.
Okay, okay. So Ilyas, you have given us a lot in your audio. You have told us like the mocks you have given, they gave you the confidence. Although the questions, even if you do, like we have students that have done 40 mocks and they said that all the questions were different. And then the student who have done one mock, they said the same thing. You did nine mocks and your answer is the same. Like questions are 100% scenario based, but the questions are entirely different. So, Ilyas, you know that, you know me. Now, final thing, in 1 minute, give your advice for all the future aspirants. You know, we have more than
Let me,
200.
if you allow me, if you
Sure.
allow me a few minutes more,
Okay.
actually, I want to tell the people and want to tell the anticipated PMP certified people and PMP aspirant what I did wrong during the exam and what I did right before the exam. If you allow me to tell that. So actually one day before, I have booked the exam at 10 o'clock on the Friday. I have stopped, studied before a night. I've slept whole night calmly, coolly, and I have no fear of the failure and no fear to appear in the exam. Number one thing. This is, I think I did right.
Okay.
And what I reach the center 15 minutes before and do all those things, the initial things calmly, coolly. And I don't know why I was happy on the day. I think this is I done right before a day, and what I did wrong on the during the exam. I could not manage the time management. That is very important thing which I failed to manage during the exam. When I saw, I have not took the first break, then I took the second break.
Okay.
And when I saw the, when I completed the question 160, I had only left 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And the question was 20 to attempt to
Okay.
answer those
Okay.
questions.
Okay. Okay.
So I then I started studying the last sentence, the last line of the question, and answer those 10 more questions. When a time come, only 1 minute left, 1.5 minutes I think left, there was still 10 questions left. I have the two choice, either to leave the 10 question or either, I don't know, I have to speak over here or not.
No, no, keep on saying. Or
Okay. Okay. So last 10 question in 1.5 minutes, I answered those questions, and you can imagine how I have answered those questions
What you did?
without.
I want to know A or A B C D. What you did?
I just put the random numbers.
Random number. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I completed. So I answered the all 180 questions. When I push the finish button, then I saw the screen on congratulations. Then
Wow.
I feel comforted.
Then you feel comfort. Then the feeling is there. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So, Ilyas, sir, coming back to the major question, one advice.
Yes.
You are lucky for the future aspirant. One advice.
I think the PMP certification is a small project, and we should take it as a project. And definitely, the project definition is, as you know, the start date and end date. Definitely, we have the first key. We have to make the plan, and the very first key to success is to make a plan. Planning well starts with the figuring out what you want and writing it down in detail. And it is important to have clarity on your definition of success. This is the foundation of your plan.
Okay.
Number two, take smart risk. Smart risk.
Take take
Smart risk.
take
And the
smart.
number.
Take smart risk.
Smart.
Take smart risk. I am going to make this as a tagline. And Ilyas, as we were talking, a call came to me. The call was that Ishta just cleared PMP with all above target, and she's over 60. You are basically over 60th PMP, and Ishta is over 63rd PMP. So your recording the interview also proved to be very lucky. You are lucky the way you did the exam, and recording the interview proved lucky. Ilyas, it has been my pleasure to serve you, and I really loved the way you did it, and especially the way you explained how to tackle the risk. And our journey does not end there. You are in my PMP aspirant group. Now it's your job to help other people, teach other people to become a better project manager, because my vision of 2021 by 15th of June to get 100 PMP, and then by the end of the year to produce more than 250 PMP in 2021. You are the one who is going to fulfill it. Yes, I need everyone to help everyone to become certified PMP, because once you become certified PMP, you get a better project manager, and that chances get more and more. Thank you, Ilyas. Thank you very much for your time. I know how much
Thank you.
you are. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Assalamu
so
alaikum.
much for your wonderful time, sir. And thank you so much and being a part of batch and your team. And I would be very happy and very satisfied. And if you allow me just a little more time, just little one or more minute,
Sure.
what I have realized, this is for just the PMP aspirant. I'm just telling for those PMP aspirant who are going to appear in the exam, uh, are those who have a plan to appear in the exam in the year. Just actually, actually, what I have observed during the coaching calls, just that is just I want to discuss. I have observed during the coaching calls many of students, I think majority of students are able to give the exam, and I believe more of them are can get more than the target. And the only thing which I have observed, they have a fear of failure. If they break that fear, then definitely they will enjoy the achievement and success. And I would say to those people who are going to appear in an exam, you are brave, you are brave than you believe,
You are
and
braver
you
than you believe.
strong than you
Loved it.
seem,
I loved
and
it.
smarter than you think. And never ever underrate yourself. And there is a reason behind that sentence why they don't underrate yourself, because Allah Almighty says in Quran, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Allah has created a man in his best form. Creator saying himself, he has created a man, all the features he has required. So, if you are underrating yourself, you are not only doing unjustified to yourself, you are also doing the unjustified to your creator.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Ilyas,
be brave
for
and break the fear.
sharing
Thank
your
you.
perspective
Thank
on
you so much.
this. And I really like the way you ended. Thank you very much. And keep supporting other students to become certified PMP. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.